Fame. Next page on the track.
Yo. La L.
My block was the hottest, I was the coldest. Souls frozen, streets ferocious. So much pain in my life I couldn't hold it. So I wrote it, so you could quote it. While I smoke this, look in the eyes of the hopeless. It's hard to stay focused. No, we got a gift, but do we give a shit? Even though it's nothing for this kid to drop a hit. He chasing dreams, this what it seems. It's just an illusion, cause he out here catching fiends. Cause if this rap shit don't pay, I'ma start selling drugs around my way. Hey, this is attitude, gift of life, no gratitude. Disrespect to the highest magnitude. Continue to sway, he for sure to lose. This the jungle, it ain't no rules. Let him slide, he becomes food. You couldn't bring him back if you want to. Now you know what to.
PCI, it's your boy Zulu King Street Fame 407. Y'all know what it is, man. So I'm here to drop your story to y'all, man. I know I be telling stories, and you know sometimes they be like just prison and the streets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's always not a good outcome. But I'm gonna drop a funny one for y'all today. I got a few of them, you know what I'm saying? Cause you know you meet some characters in this world, in these streets, and one of the characters I met ends up being a cool friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? You know, people like to throw that word brother around, like, you know what I'm saying, yo, that's my brother. So he would call me his brother, like, but we wasn't no blood brothers like that. You say, yo, that's my brother right there, you know, and he fucks with me and stuff. So, real cool dude. Never had an issue with him. It was my dog, you know what I mean? His name was Richie Pali. So in Spanish, Pali means Xanax, palitroque. You know what I'm saying? Pali short for palitroque, which is what we call Xanax. So Richie Xanax. So my boy, Richie Pali, he got shot, right? 5 times with an AK-47. And he been in a wheelchair since he was 18 years old. I got a few, that's a whole nother story right there, bro. What happened with him, his brother didn't make it, his father didn't make it, and he lived in a wheelchair. If y'all want to hear that story, let me know in the comments. Beat me up in the comments if you want to hear the story on Richie Pali, him getting shot and everything that transpired. So Richie Pali gets shot in Puerto Rico 5 times with an AK-47. He moves to Orlando. When he goes to the doctor out here, the doctor that saved his life in Puerto Rico is working in Orlando now, had moved to Orlando as well. So that's his doctor out here. So he's like, oh snap. He couldn't believe it. You know, it's a small world. He got the same doctor that saved his life out here. So the doctor, you know, was looking out for him and giving him some extra scripts here and there, you know, whoop-de-whoop. Cause yo, Richie used to take showers, and this was years after the shooting, and pieces of bullet fragments were still falling out his skin. They was pushing out his back still. You know what I'm saying? His whole back was his ass. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I used to mess with him and scratch his back and be like, yeah, my ass is... I used to just mess with him and shit like that. Because they took all the skin off his ass and all that shit and put it on his back to like patch him back together. So he had bullet fragments falling out his back and all kinds of stuff. So the doctor always gave him extra pills and stuff, extra scripts, I guess, you know, whatever. But he always had them. That's why we called him Richie Pali. You know, he always had them. And we used to be popping balls like crazy. And then he used to get real messed up. And, you know, some of the dudes around the way, you know, they used to steal him from him. Or he would pass out. He would pass out in a wheelchair. They'd go in his pockets and steal his pills and all that. So he would give him the meter hole. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody going, you know. Ain't nobody was going to mess with me, you know what I'm saying, try to steal nothing from me like that. So he was mad because he was like, he wanted to be a boxer. He was like, yo, they trying me because I'm in a wheelchair. But if I wasn't in a wheelchair, they wouldn't try me, you know what I mean? I remember he told me, you could put me in the ring with anybody. I've been winning my weight around since I was 18. Whoever I hit, they can count to 100, they ain't getting up. But he was funny, man. But Richie, right? Richie Pali, bro. So yeah, let me know, man. Y'all want to hear the story on what happened to him, man. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But I got a few stories with Richie that's funny, bro. So Richie, he used to come through the hood. Every time the cops come, he would dip. It was funny because he'll get away before us. I don't know how he was so fast on that wheelchair. So one day I also had another friend named Ciego. Now Ciego used to always buy Ciego was bugged out. He was older. Sometimes he would smoke crack, sometimes he would do coke, but he was a weed head. He was always buying weed and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So but every now and then he'll buy some crack and shit too, you know what I mean? But he was always buying weed. And I remember Ciego used to be able to see. Ciego means blind in English, for y'all that don't know Spanish. So his name was Blind in Spanish, Ciego. So Ciego used to have the walker stick. You know what I'm saying? That they walk around and they feel on the ground with. But Ciego used to be able to see before. He wasn't born blind. He got in a car accident and he started losing his vision. But he could only see shadows. You know what I'm saying? Like I would see him, I'd be like, yo, Ciego! And he'll be like, who's that? And then he'll say my name. You know, and I used to mess with him. Because one time he walked into a tree and cut his head open. So I'll be like, yo, watch out for the tree. And he'll be ducking on shit like that. And yo, my homeboy used to go in Ciego's house and sneak in his house and sit in the corner and throw papers at him. And he would think because he had a bird, they used to fly around loose in his house. And he would think as the bird, he'll be calling the bird, is that you? Is that you? Yo, we used to mess with Ciego. But anyway, Ciego had a wife that was blind too, bro. Yo, like, he was blind, but you could see his eyes and stuff. Like, yo, I ain't trying to make fun of no blind people, but you ever seen the blind people, like, their eyes like that, like, they just closed? That's how her eyes was. And they met at a blind meeting. This is crazy. You can't make this up. So they was going to a blind people's meeting, and he met his wife, and her eyes was like that. She really couldn't see. She was born like that. And he was blind because he got in an accident. You know what I'm saying? So during the day, he could see shadows. So you might see this nigga walking down the street with the stick under his arm and not waving it around on the ground. But once it gets dark, you don't see Ciego outside. He can't see. And he used to call me. He'd be like, yo, can you bring me some? And I'll be like, yo, Ciego, how you be seeing the numbers, bro? If you can't see, you know what I'm saying? But I forgot the phones had Braille back, you know what I'm saying? They had the buttons got little bumps on them. They got Braille. But, so, one day we all on the block, and Richie was downstairs, and we was upstairs on the balcony. We used to always bring Richie up, and we used to always, take him back down. Well, so this day, he kept saying, yo, cabrones, súbeme. He wanted me to take him upstairs. And he's like, nah, carajo, mama, bicho, fuck that, nigga. We be like, nah, nigga, we don't want to carry you upstairs. Fuck that, stay downstairs, nigga. We don't want to carry you, bro. We about to come downstairs now and leave anyway. Nah, so he's rocking back and forth in the chair, right? He's doing little willies and shit, rocking back and forth. And he's like, ah, ustedes son unos mama bicho, cabrón, súbeme para arriba. So he's mad because we won't bring him upstairs. But we about to really like go downstairs in another 10, 15 minutes. We about to smoke this blunt and go downstairs. So we on the back porch. I'm like, yo, we coming down, bro. So he's pissed, nigga. So he's rocking back and forth. So we laughing, fucking with him and shit. And he sees Ciego coming down the street. Now, Ciego and him don't know each other. But Ciego got the walker stick. He got the little stick that you hit the ground with, but he got it under his arm. And he's just walking regular. So he's like, ah, mírate, vamos, bicho. Fronteando como si está ciego, cabrón. El cabrón está fronteando como si está ciego. So he's like, oh, this nigga's fronting. This nigga's fronting like he's blind. He thinks this is funny. I'm handicapped for real. He thinks this is funny. So he's spazzing. So we're like, yo, what's wrong with you, nigga? And he's like, yo, look at this nigga coming down the block. So we're like, yo, that's Ciego, nigga. That nigga's blind. He's like, nah, he ain't blind. I'm like, my nigga, that nigga's blind, bro, for real. Ah, why he got the stick under his arm? He could see. He could see. That nigga ain't blind. He's trying to make fun. He's trying to make fun of handicapped people or something. This nigga thinks this is a joke. I'm in a wheelchair. I can't walk, bro. I can't get up. This nigga walking down the street with a stick on his arm, acting like he blind, nigga. So I'm like, so we all arguing in English and Spanish and shit. Like, yo, my nigga, this nigga's blind for real, bro. So Ciego's coming to cop some weed or something. So Ciego's coming down and Richie's back and forth, rolling the wheelchair, you know what I'm saying, talking shit. So when Ciego gets closer, Richie starts selling them out. So he's like, yo, bitch ass nigga, you think that shit's funny? This and that, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yo, what's wrong with you? What you talking about? You think it's funny walking down the street acting like you blind? And he's like, yo, que le pasa a este tipo, bro? I'm like, nigga, that nigga's crazy, bro. So, Ciego, don't worry about him. And he's like, yo, pero que le pasa, bro? Yo soy ciego de verdad, cabrón. Ese cree que esto es un chiste. So he's like, yo, this nigga thinks it's funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm blind for real, nigga. And he's like, bro, I'm legally blind, bro. I'm legally by law blind, bro. I can't see. He said the sun's out right now, so I can kind of see a little bit of shadows so I can see where I'm going. So, you know, Florida, the sun's bright as hell. So he's like, nah, you ain't blind, nigga. You faking the funk, nigga. I'm in a wheelchair for real for the rest of my life. This and that. So he's like, yo, fuck that nigga. We gonna fight, right? So Richie trying to fight Ciego, but Ciego, you know, Ciego's blind, nigga. He can't fight. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So Richie's like really trying to fight Ciego. Like he's getting close to him. He's trying to swing at him and shit like that. And Ciego's like, yo, what's wrong with this nigga? And he's kind of backing up. And I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, Richie, the nigga's blind for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta chill, my nigga. Like, Ciego, yo, Ciego, just leave, bro. Come back. I said, yo, go to the store and get the blunts and come back. I got you. So Ciego's like, nah, listen, and Richie followed him in a wheelchair trying to fight this nigga, bro. It took me like 30 minutes to calm this nigga down, bro. I had to tell him, I said, yo, this is the Special Olympics, nigga? We trying to fight, nigga? The nigga's blind, bro. You don't see him at night. At nighttime, he can't come out. He's blind, bro. I had to tell him, yo, he was in an accident. I had to break it all down. Richie wanted to fight him so bad, bro. And it was the funniest shit ever because he was rocking back and forth in that wheelchair and getting close and trying to swing on him. And Ciego got the stick under his arm. Like, he's like, what the hell? Like, you gonna hit him with a stick? Yo, the shit was so funny, yo, to see a handicapped dude in a wheelchair trying to fight a blind man with a walker stick. You know what I'm saying? Special Olympics, crazy shit that happens in the hood, bro. I'm like, yo, these niggas is wild. But I had to let him know, bro, that, yo, homie's blind for real, my nigga. Like, he lost his eyesight in an accident, bro. And his wife is really blind as well. You know what I'm saying? But in the nighttime, I be having to go to his house and shit. That nigga, he don't come out, he can't see. But in the day, he can see a little bit of shadows. He used to have his eyesight, but he got in an accident. So his eyesight's gone, like, and it's getting worse. Is that he ain't gonna be able to see at all, period. So you know, Ciego comes back with the blunts. He trying to buy some weed and shit, and yo, they apologize. Yo, Richie apologized to him, and they shook hands and they was talking and all that. But yo, at that moment, bro, it was about to go down. Special Olympics, but I couldn't let it go down. You know what I'm saying? Ciego's blind for real, man. I couldn't let it go down there. Richie probably does hit hard as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's been rolling around in a wheelchair since he was 18. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Fucking Richie Polly, nigga. And Ciego, nigga. Special Olympics boxing match in the hood, east side shit. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. I just wanted to share that story with y'all, man. If y'all want to know what happened with my dog Richie, let me know. I got another story with him, a funny ass story. I got a few stories with some of my niggas that's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I got one where Richie messed up the pool party. You know what I mean? If you want to hear Richie messed up the pool party, let me know, man. It's your boy Zulu King Street Fame 407. Y'all know what it is. We all gas, no brakes. If you ain't gonna be good, be safe. You heard? Boom, 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 boom.